How contagious is the virus? What is the mortality rate?
When we speak about how contagious a virus is, of course it depends on the biology, like the way how the virus gets into our human body, but also it depends a lot on our behavior, so how close we stay with each other, for how long time we speak to each other, and so on. But here I would like to stop a little bit when it comes to the way how we interpret epidemiological data with regard to contagious viruses. For instance, we have heard during the summer that the Delta variant is much more contagious compared to the previous variants. And actually this is not really, there is no strong evidence when it comes to that, even though now it has become a common knowledge. If you look at the data from the United Kingdom, we see that if Delta variant is more transmittable than the other variants that have existed before, this is by very little more contagious. And then it's very unclear why this has become currently a common knowledge that the Delta is so contagious, and that's also the question we have to do as scientists, to get more robust data to understand whether a variant or a virus is more contagious than the other. When we speak about mortality data, also here there is lots of uncertainty, and then depends also on the population demographics, so how young a population is. It depends also on baseline population health. For instance, Switzerland has a better, let's say, health population, or the health of the population is better than the one of the United States. And we know now that when we speak about COVID-19 mortality, it depends a lot on age, and it's a age-related disease, with the older people having much higher morbidity and mortality, and younger people facing very little risks when it comes to COVID-19. And I'm going to make an example there. For instance, if you look at the mortality in Switzerland since the start of pandemic, at the age of population 30 years and younger, there have been only 6 COVID-19 related deaths. Whereas, for instance, if we see from January this year until the moment we speak, there are around 510 overall deaths in this population. So the COVID deaths are only a fraction of the overall deaths in this population, supporting the fact that it's not as risky in the younger population as it's claimed. Therefore, this is the way how, to my opinion, we should look at, now we should focus on risk stratification and adapting the measurements based on these baseline risks that every age group has.